Hey everybody, it's the Daily Bern. We're going to start in just a minute. Sorry about the delay. It took me a little bit longer to get Facebook up. Facebook was the lagger today, and on my computer, I realize you've been looking and listening to music, but on my computer, Facebook was the slow one to load. And that's what happened when you heard a little bit of that music mix up. But share it out. Share the show. Get it out to as many people as you can. I'm going to share real quick, and we'll start in just a minute. All right, so this is the Daily Burn. Let me pull me back up on screen here. Hey, everybody, come on in. It's the Daily Burn. This is the war room of the political revolution. We're going to start in just a minute. I've got a little motivational speech that I prepared for you guys, but we're going to talk about the revolution, the fight that we're in, you know, what's going on right now in this country, and we're going to get into it because the media is not covering it. The media is ignoring it entirely. And I can't have that. We got to be the media. We are Bernie's media. So do all you can, share this out, get this message out to as many people as you can. I'm going to share a little bit. But what I want to talk about today on the burn is that we can have these things. These are not pie in the sky. And we deserve better. And if we just believe that, we can have it. You need to believe that you deserve these things. We deserve health care for all. We deserve a living wage. We deserve to move this country forward and change it into something that benefits the people. We deserve these things. We have to believe that. And then also believe that it's possible to have them. It is possible. You know, I know that most of the people that watch this show believe in this fight, believe that we're going to win. I believe that we're going to win. I don't think there's any chance we won't win, honestly. And it's not me being optimistic. I'm not an optimistic person. It's kind of funny that I chose to do an inspirational show because I'm not a positive person. I'm a glasses half empty person, for sure, 100%. And, but this is the way that change takes place. Historically, all throughout history, this is how change has taken place. It always is. When millions of people stand united and demand it, that's what causes real change. And that's what's happening. So that's how I know that this is going to take place, that this is going to happen. Because historically, it's how it happens. Look at any movement. You don't have to use just American history, but let's use American history for just a second. Look at the civil rights movement. Look at the women's rights movements. Um, Labor laws, unions, all of these things. We got these things by standing united and demanding them, not by asking nicely, you know, not by saying, "Please guys, can we have this stuff? I would really like it if we could have this stuff." No, we stood united and we demanded it. Women stood with their male allies and demanded rights, and they got them, you know. That's how things happen. That's how things get done. And that's what we got to remember is that we are doing the right thing. The media is never going to tell you that. The media is never going to reinforce that what we're doing is moving everything in the right direction. We're doing what needs to happen. This is how change takes place. The media is not going to tell people that because the media's purpose is to keep people weak, to keep people misinformed, misdirected, divided up, broken into little groups. That's what the media is for. And we have to fight that. We have to realize that this is our fight. 100%. Bernie says it all the time, but we need to realize that what he's saying when he says that is that this is our fight, not his. Bernie's great. Bernie is awesome. A fantastic candidate. I'm very happy with Bernie as a candidate. Couldn't be happier, really. I really like Bernie Sanders. I'm a big fan, you know? But Bernie's just a man. Bernie is just one man, and he can't save us. He can't save us on his own, and he never claimed to be able to. Ever. You know, a lot of people are mad at Bernie over 2016. But he never claimed to save us. He never claimed he was going to save us. He always said we had to do it. And quite frankly, if we're honest with ourselves about 2016, we have to take some responsibility for that. We failed. You know, it's not necessarily that Bernie failed. We need to realize this is our fight and take ownership of that. Good or bad, win or lose, it's our fight. So if we take ownership of that and move forward in that mindset, I think that we have limitless possibilities for what could happen in this fight. I think that we can win, and I believe it to my core. And if you believe it, if we believe it, if enough of us believe it, then it's going to happen. We will will it into existence. That is the way things work. The collective consciousness ends up deciding what reality even is. Reality is what we tolerate, what we allow. We have to realize that this is all happening because we're allowing it to happen. We're letting it happen. We're allowing us to be led by greed, to be suffocated by greed, to be wiped out by filthy rich, greedy people who will never have enough, will never reach their full. And they think they deserve all of that. They think they're entitled to it all. Well, the only thing that's ever going to show them that they're not is us rising up by the millions and demanding it. And that's what's happening. So if you can help, please do. I include a link in the description of every Daily Bern to BernieSanders.com. Please go there. See if there's any way that you can help. There's lots of ways to help. You'd be amazed. Just at how many different ways there are to volunteer, for example. I do the texting. I do this little show every day, Monday through Saturday at 9 a.m., and then I do the texting service. If you want to enroll in the Bernie official Bernie texting service, text the word Bernie to 67760, and volunteers like me will text you out events in the revolution and things and news that you need to know moving forward and keep you informed in this fight. It's a great service. But you can do something like that, like the texting. That takes me like 10 to 15 minutes a day. Really. And that's volunteering, and it helps. You know, that helps tremendously. The texting service was very important in 2016 because the DNC put out fake polling places, told people the wrong places to go vote. And I did the texting in 2016 as well, and we were able to communicate with people in real time and tell them the correct place to go and let them know they'd been lied to and misled. And they'll pull that stuff again. So get informed, get involved, and get enrolled in that texting service. Text Bernie to 67760, and that's the official campaign texting service. Another way to stay real informed with Bernie stuff is to get the Bern Notice. The Bern Notice, that is the official campaign newsletter of the Bernie Sanders campaign. They're the first campaign to ever do that. And they take all the news from around the media and put it all in one place. All the things that we care about, all the things that we want to know about. Put it all in one place for us where it's easy to go through and easy to share and easy to inform yourself. You've got to inform yourself because, like I said, we're Bernie's media. So a big part of that is getting out there and explaining these things to people. You know, people are being misled and lied to by big money interests about what this stuff even is, about what Medicare for All even is. They're being misled and lied to. And it's our job to explain what it is. It's our job to explain that, yes, there are going to be bumps in your taxes, but it's nothing like what you've been led to believe. It's not this 40% that you've been led to believe. It's 4%. That's a little easier to deal with than 40. And a lot of people also don't understand that certain things go away. Things end. Like taking all the money out of your check for insurance, that ends. That goes away. But people don't understand that. And if you understand that and you can explain it to them in a simple way, that's going to help out. Because as Einstein said, if you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it good enough. You know what I mean? And you got to be able to explain it simply because opportunities don't just happen. You create them. And when you create them, you need to capitalize on them. You need to maximize what you get out of these opportunities as they come up. And if you do that, you will find that you can make the most of them, no matter what they are, even negative things. You know? Sorry, I had a message. For those of you that are following my shows and what we do here, we're raising money for a new computer. Well, we already did. We had a fundraiser, and a lot of people helped out. And that was a text from the guy that's building the computer. We're going to have a new computer soon. The money has been transferred. Facebook was dragging their feet. It took them like 2 weeks to transfer the money, but it is what it is. The money's there now. So the computer is on its way. It's already finished, I think. I think all he was waiting for was the money. So we'll have the new computer and we'll have even cooler stuff. We've been improving a lot. This is a grassroots show. I do this for the revolution, but I do this on my own. I put this together myself because it didn't exist. I wanted there to be a positive motivational show for the Bernie Sanders movement, for the revolution, for what we're doing right now, for us. And there wasn't one. There was independent media, of course, and they were telling you all the things you need to know and that it's rigged and telling the truth and spreading information and all of that. And that's fantastic. But they weren't telling you that you're doing the right thing. They weren't telling you that you're pointed in the right direction to keep going, to keep moving forward. They weren't stressing that. They weren't informing people. And I felt like there needed to be somebody out there telling us that, someone reinforcing that message. And since there was nobody doing it, I decided it would be me. So if you like this show, it's grassroots like the Bernie movement. Share it out. It's just me doing this and I share it myself, but if you like it, support it. And there's many ways to support it. Help it grow because you got to support independent journalism when you find something good that you like and get it out there. But I want to get back on message and talk about our fight because that's what we do here every day. We talk about the revolution and we talk about our fight, but we talk about the fact that we are winning and we talk about what we've got to do to win moving forward. We have 3 million volunteers. We've raised like $30 million from a million individual contributors at $18 a piece. No big money interest. We're killing it. We are doing fantastic. We're the front runners. And the media is never going to tell you that. Ever. They will tell you that we're losing all the way up until we win. They will lie. That's what they do. But we'll fight them. We're going to fight them. We're going to be the media. We're going to spread the truth. We're going to inform people. Because we know that we can have these things. We understand, those of us fighting in this fight, the millions of us fighting in this fight, understand that we deserve these things, that we can have these things, that these things are possible. But what needs to end is the greed-driven system that is keeping us from them. That needs to go away. And if we want to achieve greatness, we've got to stop asking for permission. We're coming to take this. That's the other thing that people don't understand about this revolution. We're not looking for middle ground. We're not looking to negotiate. There is no negotiation here. We're coming to take this. That's the way of it. That's the way it has to be. We're not looking to play nice. And that doesn't mean we're going to be violent. It means we're going to overwhelm their system. We're going to kick in the doors of power and take this country back. This is what a peaceful revolution looks like. You've just never experienced it. So you've never been trained to recognize it for what it is. But this is what it looks like. This is what it is. And we can do this. We can make this happen. This is something that is going to become a reality because we are going to win. And to win, just do all you can. That's all we have to do. This is our fight. And it's very important that we understand that and own it moving forward and do all we can. But all you got to do is all you can. That doesn't mean living the revolution all day. It just means doing something, committing to something. I don't care what it is. Anything that you can do. We all have our own strengths. Pick something you can do, whatever it is, and do it every day consistently. Fight in this movement every day consistently. And if enough of us do that, we'll win, no doubt. But you got to put in the work. A dream without the work and the effort will stay a dream forever. It will never materialize. It will never come to be. You know, but you got to put in the work. But if we put in the work, we can do this. And Bernie, our candidate, is doing the work. He's doing a fantastic job. I'm going to bring this in real quick and we're going to look at some Bernie events. I'm going to show you what Bernie is up to. But they are back on the campaign trail. Bernie is back. So the campaign has announced Bernie's Back rally will be in New York City on Saturday, October 19th. The Bernie's Back rally will be at Queensbridge Park in New York City, and the itinerary is at 1 p.m. the rally will start, and the event is free. Most of the time they're free. They're almost always free to the public. Doors open at 11:30 and tickets are not required, but as always, RSVP is encouraged. But this is a cool blog. I follow this blog for Bernie information. It's blog.forpresident.us, and they cover every candidate. So if you're not a fan of Bernie, you're probably not watching this show. But any candidate you want to know about, they cover them. Everything they're doing. It's a fantastic blog, and whoever's running it does a fantastic job. But that's what's coming up with Bernie. And this I wanted to show you. This is the Bern Notice. This is Bernie's official newsletter. You can subscribe to this and you get notified when they post new stories. They have original content and they post stories from all over the media. This one, I believe, is original content about Bernie taking on Trump and corporate tax scofflaws. And then it shows like some information here. Yeah, that's an original piece. Sorota's a writer for the Bern. But then there's stuff from Reuters. There's another original piece, but there's stuff from Cardiovascular Business about coronary stents. It's very good, and they update it pretty much daily. Like I said, there's original content, but they also take news from all over the media and put it all in one spot so that you can find it. And this little drop down is new. Archive. That's a new feature, but it's really cool. Oh, cool. So as you can see, original pieces, New York Times, original pieces, Bernie takes the fracking fight to Colorado. But a lot of original pieces. Subscribe to Bern Notice. They got a lot of good stuff on here. This is really cool little site. And it's official. The campaign put this together. So you'll get updates from the campaign manager, the campaign. You'll get up-to-date information on what's going on with the campaign. It's fantastic. You should definitely follow the Bern Notice. But that's what's going on with Bernie moving forward. Let me get rid of this now. I got to find a better way to do that. That's kind of sloppy, but it gets the job done, and that's what's important. We're just a little show, little grassroots show. And if you can support us, please do. And you can do that a lot of different ways. The biggest way to support us is to get it out. Get this message out. Share it with your friends. Get it out to as many people as you can. That's the best way to help us. And there are also other ways. You can subscribe to us, our shows on Patreon. and support what we're doing there. Or you can give us a virtual high five. But if you've got $5 you're going to throw somewhere, and this is a show you're going to throw it at, throw it at Bernie. This show is for the revolution. Throw that at Bernie. But I just wanted to let you know how to support our shows. We have 5 different shows that we run from this network. And please subscribe to us on Patreon, on YouTube, and Periscope. YouTube and Periscope are new venues for us. We've been streaming on Facebook for about 3 years. And we've been doing this show for about 5-6 months. And it's going pretty good. It's building an audience. It's getting out there. But I'd like to see it get out further. To end, I'm going to talk about how many people live in their fears instead of living their dreams. Live in your dreams. Go out and get what you want. Take what you want and realize that's what has to happen in this world. No matter what it is you want, we want to make big change. We want to move our government forward. We want to change society and all that into something that works for the people and benefits the people and is out of love and growth and a future. We want all that. It's very big. But it could be something small. It could be I want to lose 10 pounds. I want to quit smoking. You got to believe it. Believe that you can. Your mind is very powerful. And your fears will talk you into quitting. They will make you back down if you let them. Quit giving your fears such a strong influence over your life. Stop living in your fears and live in your dreams. Go get what you want out of life. You got to take it. That's not some motivational garbage that I'm selling to you. It's the truth. You've got to take it. That's the way of it. That's the way it is. It's unfortunate, but it is how it is. You've got to take what you want. Life doesn't just give you things. And if you get knocked down on the way to what you want, when you're trying to go for your goals, when you're striving forward, and you get knocked down, get back up. That's the most important thing. You will get back down. Get knocked down. Life is very good at telling you no. Don't let anything tell you no. You want something, you go get it. You fight for it. You get up when you get knocked down. You keep moving forward. That's how you get these things. There's a reason why 2% of people are successful and 98% of people are not. 98% of people aren't less intelligent, less talented, or any of those things. They don't believe in themselves and they don't put in the work. If you believe in yourself and you put in the effort, you can achieve literally anything you want. And this is our moment right now. This fight is happening right now. That's why it was important for me to do this show. So that there was a voice out there in this revolution pushing us forward, telling us that we're doing the right thing, and reinforcing that this is how change takes place. This is how we're going to change things. Nothing else will work. No half measures will work. Full commitment's what is necessary here. Enough of us giving a full commitment to this revolution, doing all we can to move it forward. That's what's going to do it. And that's all that's going to do it. And if we don't do that, we will fail. We will. But I'm not going to think like a loser. I'm not going to invite those thoughts into my head. And I've got no room for plan B. Plan B gets in the way of plan A. People ask me all the time, what are you going to do when they rig it, Sean? What are you going to do? We're going to overwhelm them with our numbers. That's the answer every time. We overwhelm them with our numbers. Every voting opportunity, every time we get a chance to flex, it needs to look like a Bernie Sanders rally every single time. And if it does, we will win. No matter what they do, no matter how much rigging they do, no matter what they do, we will win because we can't be stopped. It's a fact. Now, the media is going to tell you we can. The media is going to say that we have no chance in hell. They're liars. They lie. That's what they do. They've shown you that on multiple occasions. They've given you no reason to believe them at all, ever. Think about it. The news lies. They're telling you Elizabeth Warren's your front runner. That's a lie. That's garbage. That makes no sense. Elizabeth Warren has no support. And Elizabeth Warren is very flawed, just like Joe Biden was. Joe Biden never was your front runner. Bernie's been the front runner since the beginning of this. That's the fact of it. That's the fact of it. Bernie is the front runner and has been since the start. So we're in a very different position than we were in 2016. Things are very different this time. And then I know that hurts what happened in 2016. I know a lot of people are still hung up on it. And they won't even support Bernie because they're so hurt. They don't agree with what Bernie did. We can't get stuck on whose fault what happened was. An election was rigged in this country, in the United States of America. An election was rigged. Right in front of us, with the cooperation of the media, it happened. It doesn't matter whose fault it is. It's our problem. Every one of us. Whether you're Democrat, Republican, Independent, non-voter, doesn't matter. If you are American and you care about our democracy, you should be outraged and never lose that sense of outrage. Now, I feel if you're mad at Bernie, it's misplaced anger. But never lose that sense of outrage. And even if you're mad at Bernie, realize that we are in a better position this time. In 2015, we took an unknown senator and closed a 60-point gap. We did fantastic work. I'm really proud of us, but we didn't do enough. If we're really honest with ourselves, we didn't do enough. But this time we're going to. So be a part of it. Get involved. Join our fight. And let's move forward and win. We can win this. We've got the momentum. This is going to happen. This is how change happens. So be a part of it. Go to Bernie.com, volunteer, donate, even $1, anything. We're up against big money. And we've got to do our part, So do your part. Get out there, get involved, and fight. Fight with us. Even if you don't fully believe in us in this fight, in what we're doing, fight with us. Because we can win. Don't you want to see change happen? No matter how you feel politically. Just for a second, I want to talk to people who aren't on board, or maybe you're on the fence. We're making real change happen. We are the people, not Bernie, us. And we can do this, and we're going to win. So be a part of it. And stop letting people break you down. Don't let anybody break your spirit. Most people are stoppable. All you got to do is tell them no. All you got to do is say, no, you can't have that, and they'll stop. They'll give up. We're not taking no for an answer. Stay strong in your resolve that we can do this. Believe it. Own it. Believe it. Put in the work, and we'll win. So we don't need to think about plan Bs. We don't need to think about what we're going to do when they rig it, because none of that matters. So we're going to win. We're going to win. Not Bernie. Us. But thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. This has been the Daily Bern, and we do this every day at 9 a.m. And we're going to start coming from the page again on Facebook, Our Revolution War Room. We didn't get much turnout today, but that's because we moved back. We've been moving back and forth, but I've been getting throttled everywhere. Every platform I've been getting throttled, and I'm just going to accept it. I'm going to put it in God's hands, and this show will get out as far as it goes. I hope it gets out far, though, because there's plenty of people out there telling you how hard it is, telling you we can't have it, telling you it's never going to happen. But that is all lies. And those people, they'll never have things because they believe they won't. And if you believe you won't, you're right. You believe you can't do something, you're right. But if you believe you can, you're also right. And we believe we can. and we're going to win. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you tomorrow on the next episode of the Daily Bern.